Hey guys, Natalia here with Mom's Dish. Today we're making a Ukrainian must-have. We're gonna be cooking with potatoes. There's literally only 3 ingredients in this recipe, just oil, salt, and potatoes. But I'll show you the best way to roast the potatoes because it's literally life-changing. And we have pickles here for the taste test. They're so good. All right, let's get started on this recipe. The steps of this recipe are so easy. You first want to set your oven to 415 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna work on the potatoes. I rinsed and pat dried these potatoes, and I'll just put them on the counter. That way I can have the bowl to put them in. And what I like to do is cut these potatoes horizontally across the middle part. It just cooks faster and it creates more crust on the bottom. So this is what I'm gonna do with every single one of these potatoes, just like so. Just make sure they're all nicely cleaned up. If you have garden potatoes, use those because they're probably gonna give you a lot more flavor too. I'm using Yukon yellow gold potatoes, or whatever they're called. They're called Yukon. This is probably one of our favorite potatoes to use. Another thing that you could use in this recipe is sprinkle some bacon or a salo. Salo is Ukrainian bacon, but it's like this white salo, pretty much. All it is fat. So almost done. Don't run away, potatoes. Okay, we're done. We're gonna get a baking sheet and I'll show you the rest of it. I'm gonna generously sprinkle the potatoes with salt, and you wanna be generous because the potato chunks are pretty large. I'm using the pink salt. If you have coarse white salt, that's also great. And I'm gonna use my hands are clean, I promise. I'm gonna toss it in together and just to spread the salt evenly. I think it's a little too much potatoes for this bowl. They're escaping. Just use a bigger bowl, okay? That way you have some room. I think this is pretty even. So now we're gonna take this baking sheet. I'll set this right here for now. And you wanna be generous with oil. This is the only oil you will use in this recipe. So the bottom of it is literally gonna be covered. If you want to use bacon fat, that's great. Duck fat, that's really delicious. Potatoes with duck fat are really yummy. But I just kind of spread it like this, and then we'll move some of it around with potatoes. Now I'm gonna face these potatoes down, just like so. And this is the trick. This is what's gonna give you that crispy crust, and you only wanna do one layer, that's all. So don't double stack them because that's when we really mess up if we double stack them. At the high temperature, when they cook, they get really, really crispy in the bottom. So that's what gives us so much flavor. I wonder if I have enough potatoes. Let's see. I need 2 more potatoes to make this the perfect. There's a lot of salt on this one. Okay. I'm gonna cut up 2 more potatoes just so I have enough, and we'll get rolling. Let me grab 2 more potatoes. We found 2 more potatoes in the kitchen. They're a little larger, but that's okay. I cleaned them up, pat dry them. I'm gonna season them. Nice and generous. I'm gonna put it face down. But really, if you don't have enough potatoes to cover the bottom of the baking sheet, that's totally fine, you don't have to. I just like to do that. It looks better to me, I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my hands, and this is gonna go in the oven at 415 for about 30 minutes or so. You will see the golden crust appearing on the top, and the bottom will be all nice and golden also. And you can also poke with a fork to see when it's done as well. So just using a fork, just poke on the top, and you'll see when it's all soft and completely cooked. Ready to roll. You guys, it's sizzling hot, beautiful golden brown color. It has the crispy layer on the outside. I'm pumped. And it absorbs some of that oil, so it has a lot of oil flavor, which is pretty good for you, in my books. And let's move this over. So to move it over, use one of these like flat spatulas. This is OXO. We'll link down to this below. Really useful for pancakes. It's super thin. It's really nice to use. I will lift the potatoes underneath. Look, golden color. This is exactly what you need. It's super hot. I'm gonna drop this. Let's keep rolling. And if some of it is stuck, you can really like wiggle this thing underneath and just lift it up and you'll be totally fine because we want all of that crust in the bottom. And by the way, it took me about 40 minutes to get it to the golden color, so keep an eye on them. After 30 minutes, this is it. Like, how beautiful. It's hot. Beautiful but hot. Potatoes are kind of like beef. If you're making potatoes, you don't need a lot of seasoning. Just use pepper, salt if you like pepper, and just like, you know, the beef, it brings out its own flavor. Potatoes do the same. The potatoes look so beautiful, golden brown on the outside. They smell so good. I wish you could smell my house right now. And to make it more Ukrainian, we're gonna garnish it with some dill. Ukrainians use so much dill. Literally everything needs dill. So we're just gonna put some sprinkle of dill on top. I just think it'll make it more beautiful. This one is a big chunk. We eat a lot of like cold cuts of meat, so this is what I'm gonna eat it with. A slice of this, some potatoes, and of course, the pickled cucumbers. And this will link down below, but basically it's salt, dill, garlic, and you let this marinate overnight or at least 48 hours. And they're like lightly pickled, so good. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. This is the way my grandma used to make them in the summertime. It's a quick pickling method, so that's what we're gonna have. I feel like I'm back in the village. Let's do this. Excited. Oh, it smells so good. Gonna bite into potato first. Oh my gosh. So much childhood memories for me here. I do wish I had salo. That would have been totally a childhood memory. Hey guys, it's a wrap for this video. I hope you make this golden potatoes. They're great for any hosting that you do this summer. And make sure you hit the bell button, subscribe, and let us know in comments what are some of your favorite ways to serve these potatoes. I love to hear from you, and we'll see you next time.